know the word Africa is English, but the real name for Africa is a Cubalon.
Okay, but still semantics.
And you are incorrect once again. The word Africa is an indigenous Aboriginal name used on the continent by our Nile Valley ancestors. This has been proven over and over again. The three syllables in the word Africa, Af, Ra, Ka, exist in the phonology of Nile Valley civilization. And we all know that Ra is God and Ka is spirit. The late great doctor, his name is Ivan Van Sertima, even spoke to this and proved in his research that Africa was a modification of a more ancient word Africa, which means birth of mankind. The word Africa did not come from white folks. It came from our ancestors. It is older than the word Moor. It is older than the word Indian. It is older than the word Native American. It is older than the word Aboriginal. It is older than the word indigenous. Every word that y'all have come up with to describe African people with, Africa is older than every single word y'all use. You can fool some of the people all the time, and you can fool all the people some of the time. You can't fool the Prince of Pan-Africanism any of the time.
Talk about the name Africa. I followed that name, and I'm not an expert at it, but I don't like what I find. I know that there was a man named Africanus, black man, and he received the name Africanus. I thought he was the first one with the name Africa. But
Absolutely
I
not.
It came from...
I
assume that
the word Africa wasn't used
I'm
way
trying
before
to
that
say
man
something.
was
I assumed that the name came from... Yeah, that's how he got it. Anyway, I want to know what language, what black... Hello?
Yes, we hear you.
I want to know what black language gave birth to the word Africa. Who did you
I already explained that. I already explained that earlier in my answer. In the original phonology of Nile Valley culture, all three syllables of the word Af-Ra-Ka already existed prior to any white man coming into the continent. The word Ra means God. That's ancient Kemetic knowledge and language and vocabulary. The word Ka means spirit. That's ancient African spiritual culture on the Nile Valley. So I think we already know. If you break the word down, you can see the phonemes in the word, and all three of the phonemes of our ancient Kemetic origin.
So in other words, there wasn't...
Go ahead.
So in other words, there was never a name. There was various syllables. Yes, I got that. But no one ever put those three syllables or four syllables together with a name.
Yes, it just said Africa, Africa.
So we did have it. What language was that?
I just said it. I'm not going to repeat it again. But what I would
I was
recommend
down.
And actually, you know, they have thousands of different languages in Africa.
There was never just one name to describe the continent. Africa was a collection of kingdoms, and it still is, of kingdoms. And so every kingdom had their own name for the continent. But there was never a ruling predominant name. There was plenty of them. Al-Kabalan, Africa, Kemet, Tamari, Tanahisi. There's been plenty of names used to describe the continent. Africa is a very large place. Mutapa, very, very, very a large collection of names, but Africa was one of them. And who is, Bobby David, I don't know if you remember, who's the white man, the white scholar of Egyptian history who wrote all those books? E. Wallace Budge, I believe it's E. Wallace Budge, but there's one other one as well. In their work, either E. Wallace Budge or the other European, he also traced the phonology and etymology of the word Africa, and it took him straight back to Kemetic culture and science. And the same thing happened for Dr. Ivan Van Sertima and many others. So you have plenty of experts on the history of Nile Valley culture, black and white, who have all traced the word Africa to the earliest of civilizations and the earliest of languages.
So when you
Africa does not come from white people.
When you said
our ancestors.
When you said
an older version of Africa, which is Africa, which means birth of man. And when you look at the other scholars, they also trace it to the Africa of Kemetic phonology. And of course, Ra is God, so the name, the Kemetic name for the creator is in the heart of the name. I don't know why we go right past that. You have Ra right in the middle of the name. And then you have Ka, which is spirit, to in the name. So I don't know why it's so hard for people to understand that the word is African when all the syllables of the word is African.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no harm with what Dr. Umar is talking about with Africa. I don't disrespect them, and matter of fact, I respect them a lot. But before it became Africa, it was called African Blue Land. My source, because I've been studying this a long time because I'm doing my family tree. But anyway, I've been studying this, and it is not after. It was named after a white dude. I forgot he was high up in England.
It was not. It was not named after a white man. That
okay,
is incorrect.
would you please let me give you reference? Okay.
All right. Okay.
Okay. I just want to put this information out there.
Okay. All right. We could have a dialogue. You tell us your point.
My source is the World Atlas. You
Ooh-wee. Oh my goodness.
Who wrote the World Atlas? It's not an African census publication.